Here's a little tutorial of how we do our Business Blitz visits, okay? Like I said to the group, it works well if you have someone going with you. I think that there's a different energy and you feel better about it, more comfortable, as well as the business that you're visiting with. Puts them at ease a little bit. So I would highly encourage that you go with someone else. When you go into the business, the first thing you would do, obviously, is introduce yourself. Tell them you are there on behalf of the Capital Area United Way. I like to, before I start giving them a bunch of information, I like to ask them right out of the chute, are they familiar with the organization? Obviously, if it's someone you visited with before, or they've been past givers, you know that they are. But if that's not the case, I would start with that. Talk to them about what the organization does. You pull out the card sheet here that shows the partner agencies and the community support programs that are available through the United Way. You talk about what the goal is for this current year. Just to touch on it, it's not something that impacts them. Obviously, you're just making them aware that it is a big task ahead of us, I guess, is the reason for that. I would encourage you to say something along the lines of, with the current times, it's more important than ever to that we all need to work together to try to support the communities of Hughes and Stanley County. You don't have to bring up COVID, you don't have to bring up the obvious, but word it in a way that now more than ever, and I think that's understood of what that means. I would definitely then go through or share the pledge card with them, and with the business packets, they'll have a sheet on the outside of it that says how many or what they've donated in the past, if they have been a past giver. So you thank them for their past donations to the United Way, and then talk to them about how they want to do their campaign this year. Do they want to do, are they able to do their entire staff, I guess, is always the goal that you want, not just a one-time donation or a one donation from the business, I should say. You want to, and I phrase that with, we'd really love to see you give your staff an opportunity to contribute to the campaign. Is that something you would be willing to share with your staff? And then, you give them the sheets and so forth, if they agree to that. Another part that I think is important to share with the businesses is where their dollars go and what kind of difference they can make. In your packet, you will have a sheet that looks like this, and it says the difference a dollar can make. First off, to share that over 99% of the dollars raised during the campaign stay here in the communities. That is super important. There is so much misinformation out there about nonprofits, and we need to pound that into people and educate them about that the money does stay here. It's raised here, it stays here. And then maybe just sharing a few of the examples on here. If you can give $2 a week, this allows 8 patients to be screened for colorectal cancer. If you give $10 a week, and so on. Another thing that you will, when you're talking about them having a campaign within their organization for their employees, you'll have to ask them if they do direct withdrawal, automatic withdrawal. And if they do offer that, that's excellent. And I would definitely highlight that and say, if you can ask your staff to give $2 a week or a pay period, or $5 or $10 or whatever it is, it's money that they don't really see, and it goes to a great cause, and they don't feel they don't feel any hurt from that money being taken out of their check, I guess is my thoughts on that. And then just again, throughout it, ask them as you're going along. If they have any questions, watch their facial expression, their verbal expressions to, you can tell if they are needing more information, or if there's something maybe you need to direct your talk with them about to go in a different way, just to make sure they're feeling comfortable and that they're receptive to what you're asking them. And then once you've gone through everything with them, they don't have any questions, they say, okay, I am going to go ahead and share these with my staff. I need 10 of them. And then that's great, and you thank them for that, and then set up a time to come back and pick up those forms. That's a biggie. If they say, oh, no, I'll drop them off or I'll mail them in, well, that's great. But still talk about a timeline, talk about a date, and talk about, we're really trying to wrap up the campaign by this date in order for these agencies to be funded for the upcoming year. And then once you've gotten that date, and just say, hey, I'm just going to check back if I haven't received your information or your campaign materials, and that should be it. But